Hello students and welcome back to the video lecture series of web programming. Today's topic is anchor tag. I am your instructor Ms. Shruti Raval. So let us start with the introduction of what do you mean by anchor tag. So here you can see a video in which you can see that I have a text which is in blue color as well as underline, and if I click on the text, let us see again. If I click on the text, what happens? Yes, it is redirected to some another page. So many a times in web pages you have such links to other web pages wherein you have to click on the text and you are redirected somewhere else. So whenever you need such kind of text, that is a clickable text, it is basically using anchor tag. It is also known as hyperlink. Okay, so let us see what is the syntax of hyperlink. So here you can see the syntax of hyperlink. If you want to create a hyperlink on a web page, the main tag that is used is anchor tag, and the tag is A, right? So you must have a starting A tag as well as an ending A tag. Now you know that what is a hyperlink? Yes, it is a clickable text on which if you click, you are redirected to some another web page. So it is very important that you must specify the destination wherein you need to get redirected. So where are you specifying the destination where you want to get redirected? It is using hypertext reference, or you can say that this is basically the destination. Okay, so here you have to give the path of the web page where you want to get redirected. In our example, as you have seen that if I click on the text, I was getting redirected to Google's home page, right? So what is the path that I have given? Yes, I have given the path of Google's home page. It can be the local web page of your own website where you want to get redirected. It can be any relative path. It can be an absolute path, right? So you can give the path of the web page where you want to get redirected in the hypertext reference. The next thing which is very important in an anchor tag is this particular anchor text, right? If you do not write an anchor text between the starting A tag and the end A tag, you will not have any text on the web page which is clickable, right? So the text that you see on a web page which is a clickable text is basically this text that you are writing in between the starting A tag and closing A tag. So many a time students makes this mistake that they write the anchor tag, they write the hypertext reference link, and they forget to write this anchor text, right? So basically anchor text is an text which is letting you to redirect on this destination that you have given in href attributes value. Okay, so let us see again the example. So here you can see that I have written click on the link below. So whenever I am clicking on the link, I am getting redirected to the Google's page. So the previous text on the web page that you can see is basically the text that has been written over here. This is visit Google, will be displayed on your web page. It will be clickable text. It will have an by default format. It has underline and blue text. So whenever you click on this text, you are getting redirected to the destination that you have specified in the value of href attribute, right? Now let us see the next thing, that if you want to use image as a link. So many times in web page you have seen that instead of a text as a link, there is an image on a web page, and if you hover your mouse cursor onto that image becomes clickable. You can click the image and you get redirected to some another web page. So it means that instead of text, you are anchoring the image so that you get redirected to some another web page. How can we create an image as a link? So basically, if you want to create image as a link, there are two basic tags that you need to use. The first is img tag. Now img tag is basically used to create an image on a web page, but we do not want a normal image, because if you create img, if you write the source of the image, that is whatever image you want to fetch on the web page, what it will do, it will just display the image on a web page which is not clickable. But in our case, we want to make this image as an anchor image which is clickable, and if I click on the image, I want to get redirected on some another page. So along with img tag, which is another tag that I have to use, yes, exactly, because if I want to create a hyperlink to get redirected, obviously I need to use anchor tag, that is a tag, and along with a tag, which attribute do I need to use? Href attribute. So again, the syntax is very similar, but we will see how to create image as a hyperlink, right? So the basics are clear. The image, that is img tag, is used for fetching the image on a web page, and anchor tag is used for anchoring the image. It means that you are creating a hyperlink on the image wherein the image is clickable. Now, along with the image tag, I told you that whenever you want to fetch an image using img tag, you need to specify src attribute, that is the source attribute, that from wherein you are fetching the image. You have to specify the path of the image in src attribute, right? So whatever path of the image from where you are fetching, you have to specify that into the src attributes value, similar to the hrefs value wherein we are specifying the destination where we want to get redirected. Also, it is a better way if you specify height and width of the image, because by default the image will be very large, right? So the ratio of the image will not be looking very aesthetically beautiful if you have the default image height and width. If you are not applying CSS, it is a better solution that you specify explicitly height and width attribute along with the image tag. So let us see how to use image as a link. Now here you can see that this is a normal HTML page. I have a paragraph in which I have just written that I am using image as a link. Now for creating an image as a link, the first tag that you will write is the parent tag is anchor tag, right? Now whenever you are writing an anchor tag, what will happen? Basically you will have this a tag, as we have already seen in the syntax, which will create a hyperlink. But creating a hyperlink is only of importance when you want to get redirected somewhere, right? So it is very important to specify the value of hypertext reference attribute. So here again I have specified the path for Google page, that is a Google home page wherein I want to get redirected, right? So this was the normal syntax of anchor tag that we have seen in the previous example also. But in the previous example, what were we trying to do? We were trying to write an anchor text between the anchor tag. Instead of writing the anchor text, here what are we writing? We are writing the whole image syntax instead of the text, right? So what will happen? This image itself will act as an anchor to this hyperlink. So here I have written the image syntax, and here you can see how many attributes I have used. The first attribute I have used is border. I do not want border of the image, so the border attribute I have specified 0. The next attribute I have specified is alt, that is an alternate name for image. Many times it happens that you are not able to fetch image on your web page, right? So there should be something alternative. Instead of image, what I want to get displayed. So this is an alternative text if your browser does not support this image tag, or if it is unable to find the image on the source that is specified, what text should be displayed. So by default, I will display Google if my image is not fetched. The next attribute, as we have discussed, is src or source, that is basically the path of the image that you are getting over here, right? The next is again width and height. Okay, I told you that by default the image will be very large. So explicitly it is a good thing that you specify, either you specify the height and width in CSS, or you specify it as an attribute of your image tag. So here I have specified height and width in pixel. You can also specify it in percentage, right? So these are the attributes for image tag that I have used. So what will happen over here? Instead of the text being the anchor, here I have used image as an anchor, and image will be a clickable image. So let us see this example. Here you can see there is a logo, and this is a cursor. If you can see the cursor, as soon as I hover the cursor on the logo, it becomes clickable, and as soon as I click on the image, what happens? Exactly, I am getting redirected to the Google's homepage. Why? Because in our example, the whole image is acting as an anchor. Anchor, it means that you are specifying the internal logic wherein if you click that anchor text or an anchor image, you are getting redirected to the destination that you have specified in your href attribute's value. Okay. The next thing that we need to learn in anchor tag is target attribute. Now, what do you mean by target attribute? Basically, whenever you are clicking on the hyperlink, the page that is opened is in the same document, or you can say in the same window, right? Many times you want to open the next document in another tab or another window. In such cases, you can use target attribute. So basically, the target attribute specifies to open the linked document, where to open the linked document. It specifies whether you have to open in the same window, in a different tab, right? So the target attribute has following of the values. The first is self. So this is by default value. If you don't specify the target attribute in an anchor tag, this is the value that it will take by default. So it opens the document in same window or tab as it was clicked, right? So that we have seen already. The next is underscore blank. So you can see that whenever you want to specify the value of target attribute, the first thing that is written is underscore. It is very important. Then the text is written. So the first value which is default is underscore self. The second value which is written is underscore blank. If you forget this underscore, it will not understand the target attributes value because the syntax is fixed. Okay, underscore blank, it is basically you can open your document in new window or new tab. So basically, if you are using Internet Explorer and if you are having this target is equal to underscore blank, Internet Explorer basically opens your web page, the linked web page, in a new window, whereas Firefox or Chrome or any higher you can say browsers, they will basically open in a new tab if you are using underscore blank. The next is if you have this sort of framing in your web pages, then basically underscore parent, if you have a parent frame in which and inside you have child frame. So we have already learned frames, right? So if you have this nesting of frames, and if you want that your child frame's web page should be opened in the parent frame, right? So then you can use underscore parent. So what will be the target here? It will basically open the document in the parent frame itself. Okay. The next is underscore top. Now whenever you want to open the document in the full body of the window, okay, then you can use underscore top. So this were the attribute values of target. So where to specify this? Exactly. Here you can see that whenever you are writing an anchor tag, along with anchor tag you have specified href attributes value, wherein you are specifying the destination of the web page where you want to get redirected. The next attribute that you are specifying is target attribute, and inside this target attribute, whatever values that we have seen in the previous possible values of target attribute, you can specify over here. Here I have written underscore blank. It means it will open in a new tab or new window, right? The next is many times you have seen that you have a web page, right? It is a scrollable web page, vertical scroll is there. Now you are at the top of the web page. Now by reading the web page, you are scrolling it down and you are somewhere at the bottom of the web page. Now in the bottom you may see a hyperlink wherein it is written that back to top. If you click on that link, what happens? You are redirected to the top section of the web page, that web page itself. So it means that anchor tag or hyperlink is not only used to get redirected from one page to another, but it is also used to anchor or to get redirected in the section of same page, right? So let us see what are the steps that you have to follow if you want to anchor to a section of page. So the first step that you have to follow for anchoring to the section of page is you have to specify or you have to add an ID attribute to the element, whatever element you want to give, you can give the ID attribute. And why you have to specify the ID attribute? Because for example, if I am on the top of the web page and there is a paragraph right on the top of the web page that I have written in my HTML syntax, what I want to do is when I scroll down in the web page, I have a hyperlink and I want to get redirected to the top portion where the paragraph is there, right? So what I will do, I will have a paragraph and I will have an ID associated with that paragraph. I will give name to that particular paragraph, ID's attribute value, and when I want to get redirected from the hyperlink, I will give value of that ID attribute to href's value, right? So this is what theory says. Let us see in syntax what we will do. So the first step syntax is this. So for example, you are at the top of the web page. Now what you will do? Here I have written anchor tag. You can have any element as you wish. I have explicitly defined an anchor tag, right? So this is a tag which I have specified at the topmost body of my HTML page. So I have written an anchor tag A, and instead of href attribute, here which attribute I have written? ID attribute. And I have given ID's value XYZ, and I have written a text where I have written this the name where you want to jump. So this is basically the top portion of the web page. Here there will be written this is where you want to jump, right? And that particular portion's anchor tag I have given ID attributes value is equal to XYZ. So now there is basically some sort of addressing that I have given using ID attributes value where you want to get redirected. What is the second step that I will follow? Now you have to create a hyperlink in the section, in any section of the web page from where you want to get redirected, right? So there are two things. There is one from, that from where you want to get redirected on this page, and there is to where you want to get redirected on the same web page. So whenever you are giving an ID attribute, that indicates to, that indicates destination. Whereas whenever you are creating a hyperlink where you are giving href attribute, that indicates the source or that indicates from, right? So here let us assume that my web page is scrollable. Now when I scroll down in my web page, at the bottommost portion I have an anchor tag wherein I have written href is equal to hash xyz. Now what does this hash xyz indicate? Whenever you are writing hash inside the value of your href attribute, it indicates that you want to get redirected to the section of any page. So after hash, what is basically written? The ID attributes value of the element where you want to get redirected. Now recall, where have I written this ID attribute? Exactly, you have written this ID attribute in the top portion of your web page, right? So whenever I reference it over here, it means whenever I reference hash xyz, what will be referenced? It will reference to the it will be referring this particular element at the topmost portion of your web page, and you will be redirected. You will have a actual feel that you are getting redirected from the bottom portion of the web page to the top portion of the web page. So the only two things that you need to take into consideration while anchoring or jumping from same page from one section to another is, wherever you want to get redirected, there you have to give ID attribute, and from where you want to get redirected, there you have to give href attribute, and the value of href attribute must be hash and succeeded by the value of id attribute, that is hash xyz. Now let us see. So this is a basically this is a reference, right? So this id attribute has been referred over here. Now let us see the example. Now you can see in this example that this is a web page which is scrollable, right? So here is a vertical scroll. Now if I am at the top portion, I cannot see any hyperlink, but when I am scrolling the web page, now at the bottom portion you can see that to the top, right? When I click this particular link, I am redirected to the top portion. So what have I done? Exactly the thing that we have discussed in the previous syntax that has been actually implemented over here, wherein I have an id attribute specified in the topmost portion element, and I have referred the id attributes value inside the hyperlink attributes, hypertext reference attributes value of the anchor text in the bottommost portion of my web page, right? So this was all the possibilities related to anchor tag, or you can say hyperlink, that you can use in your web page if you want to get redirected from one page to another, if you want to use anchor text, if you want to use image as an anchor, or you want to get redirected from one section of the same page to another section. Okay, so this was all about today's lecture. Thank you.